Hi, so today is our first day. We are both anxious and excited at the same time.
Exactly.
Our MVP is not really very well done. It still has so many other issues, but we believe that they will be fixed as we go along.
Like this baby box, it just broke. Our baby, but we fixed it, we taped it up, and it's gonna be ready to go to Champoko University. This is where we're heading right now.
Yeah.
To learn.
And guess what? We just been stopped by the police.
My name is Agnes. I am the co-founder of Eebo World. Eebo World is a video-on-demand platform. We are based here in Kampala in Uganda. And what we do is we offer videos, any kind of digital content, on a pay-per-access basis through the internet, but also through our public Wi-Fi hotspots that we set up all over town here in Uganda. Okay, so you might be wondering, what is she talking about? What are these boxes, and what is Eebo? So Eebo is our streaming startup, and we are basically competing with the internet here in Uganda. Internet costs here are way too high, so it's about $1 per GB of internet, and that for a population that makes $3 to $6 per day on average. This is like a massive cost factor here. So, but a lot of people, they do have smartphones, but they just cannot afford to watch a lot online because of the internet cost. So we've been thinking about how can we lower the cost of digital content and make it more accessible for a broader viewer base. So our idea was to create local Wi-Fi hotspots and distribute content, digital content, to consumers through those Wi-Fi hotspots. The Wi-Fi hotspots, we place them at different locations, and then people can come. They can log into the Wi-Fi, they download movies or videos or get educational content onto their app. They pay per download, and it's always at least 60 or 75% less than the cost of viewing the same content through the internet. And they download it to their phone and they watch it later at home, or they just sit nearby and stream it in the vicinity of the box. So that way we're trying to make content more accessible to more people, and we hope that, this is how we can deliver value and make this work. And the idea for Eebo is, it's a very flexible thing right now because we are trying to innovate, so things are changing all the time. But initially we started out by just trying to solve the problem on how to deliver digital content to users at a cheaper cost than internet right now. So the first time I came to Uganda was last year in May, and when I arrived, something struck me immediately. It was the prices of internet. I was thinking, wow, like people here, they earn nothing, but yet they have to pay that much for internet. So that makes it quite inaccessible for a lot of people. And so after that, we've been thinking and brainstorming a bit on what could be the causes for that and how we could kind of mitigate that costs and try to bring content cheaper to users. So what we came up with was creating Wi-Fi hotspots that have locally stored content, transmitting that content to users without internet cost. And in November then, I moved, I didn't move yet, but in November, I went to Uganda and we tested a concept. So I came here with a router and a small computer, and we tested if people would be willing to use that and if they also saw the value in it. Hey Mark, how are you doing?
I'm alright. How are you doing?
I'm good. What are you doing right now?
Well, we're discussing so much about next week's program, how to optimize productivity of the whole team. What are the points that we're going to discuss for the next meeting. and how to drive Eebo forward and be able to achieve MVP in 2 weeks' time.
So we are going to the market today, testing the Eebo boxes. Right, Mark?
Yes, and today we are deploying our minimum viable product to see what the market thinks about the product, to see how reliable the technology will be, and attain customer feedback.
Exactly. We need to know what users think of our product, how they interact with our product, and what they're doing. The response was quite positive, so we were like, all right, this sounds interesting, let's go for that one. And then like just a month later, I packed my things and I moved to Uganda, where I am still. It's now almost September. And so when I came here, we didn't have any lockdown or anything yet, so the world was still normal. So we kept on building our product, we kept starting to fundraise, we kept on working on building the business. So we tested, we call them Eebo boxes. We tested our Wi-Fi boxes in universities. The responses were overwhelming because students, of course, they have a low budget, but they like to consume content. And they're all at university and they have breaks in between. So it was very good for us to acquire those users and to test our concept. Hi Y Combinator, this is Agnes.
And hey, my name is Mark Rutaro.
And the third one, the guy who coded that box, the contents of that box, is Christian Hashek, but he's not here with us in Kampala. And we are the 3 co-founders of Eebo World, which is an offline Netflix for Africa.
And today we are beginning our marketing. We are going to meet the customers for the first time. We hope to get feedback about our value proposition from our potential customers.
Exactly. And the way it's going to work is like we deploy this box, it's going to create a Wi-Fi hotspot and people open our app and then they can stream videos and pay for that.
And this location is called MUBS. It's called Makerere University Business School. It is one of the largest universities in Uganda, and it is where the business sharks of the future are trained. We believe that students have high adoption for new technologies, so we think we're going to have a good reception.
Thank you. But then, of course, Corona struck and the universities have been closed ever since. So we started to look at going into the communities. But since the movements are restricted, everything slowed down a lot. So for us, we were like, okay, what do we do now?
Hello. Today I came out trying to scout a place where I can deploy a box in Wandegea. Wandegea is a very busy town. It's a university, it's a town for Makerere University. It's very popular with young people, and the main businesses here is beauty shops, video libraries, and also food markets. But as you can see in the background, most of the shops are closed. Though you can see so many people holding smartphones sitting in front of their shops, but they cannot open. So while this could have been a very good place for me to deploy Eebo World, it is also not possible for me today because there's no open shop. So I see a missed opportunity during this period because I see many people sitting and staring at their smartphones, but I have no way of turning them into a customer until further notice.
Like one of the other value propositions of Eebo was that we wanted to share the revenue with the content creators. So instead of people spending that much money on just looking at the content that is for free on YouTube, we wanted them to spend a little bit less, and most of that to also the content creators. Like we take a share for the distribution, and the content creator also takes a share, so they can earn better as well for the digital content. So that aspect, we looked at it a bit closer, after after Corona hit and all these lockdown restrictions came. And we noticed, yeah, of course, I mean, events were cancelled, and all these musicians now, they didn't have their main income, or all these comedians, which is events. And so we've been thinking on, okay, how do we get to digitize those events, and how do we let them charge for these events easier? So would you quickly introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Lincoln Nidoy. I work with Eebo, content management and graphics.
What do you think is the interesting part about Eebo?
Eebo, I am a person who watches a lot of TV shows. My life, I describe myself as an indoor person. I watch a lot of TV, I watch a lot of series, I watch a lot of videos. So when Agnes approached me with the idea of Eebo, I was sold on hearing it. Streaming, that's my life. I'm always online, I'm always watching, and it's my passion. I love what I'm doing.
And what do you think about the offline hotspots?
The offline hotspots were actually a great idea. When I first heard about them, I wondered how they work. I wondered the security. I wondered. I thought the way I thought they were working. I thought they were hotspots with like for high-end places. It's only until I began seeing that they were actually places where people can't access internet, and these hotspots are meant to help them watch these videos free of charge. And I began getting the idea that, oh, these are not hotspots in restaurants and what. There are people who can't access internet and need to watch these videos, and it made more sense to me the more I began working with Eebo.
And now we are basically more a video on demand platform that works with artists to release exclusive content on the platform that is on a pay-per access basis, and that people can just purchase, and they get, like, the artist gets the majority of the share. I mean, we don't really care right now about the internet cost, because most of the fans also don't really care about the internet cost. We still have our Wi-Fi hotspots where we additionally distribute, but due to the slowing traffic with the corona restrictions, we are more focusing now on building the internet business and helping content creators directly charge their fan base. I mean, we've been looking into it, like YouTube pays almost nothing. Then people started, like in the beginning of Corona, people started just doing like free live concerts on Instagram and Facebook. I mean, why do you give a large company like that your content for free? And I do believe very much that your fans are willing to pay you 5 cents. And if you have 10,000 people giving you 5 cents for a creation, you already have an income. And yeah, so this is basically where we ended up right now, and what we are continuing to develop, and we will see where it takes us, because as it is, like, trying to innovate and trying to figure something out, you have to stay flexible in your mind, especially when the circumstances change, like during Corona. For us it was important to adapt and see how we can utilize that situation. So this is a brief video about our first week in the market in times of Corona. We've put out like 2 boxes at 2 locations, like takeout restaurants, where people pass by and get food. Now that not many people are allowed to move around, we thought that this is the best way to reach customers. And so we've spent some time there to explain it to people on how to use it. We got a couple of downloads, we got a couple of purchases, and today was the second day to check in. And we kind of realized that in the demographic out here, people don't really understand the signs that we put up on how to use it, because the literacy rate is also not that high in these areas. So we kind of figured that we need to spend more time training the person in the location to tell people on how to use it easier. Well, yeah, So next week we're gonna keep on deploying boxes, we're gonna keep visiting the boxes and just making sure that more and more people start using it. So the way we charge our users is primarily with mobile money. Mobile money is the most widespread payment method here, apart from cash of course. But there's like around, I think 98% of the population that are mobile money users, in comparison to which I think like only like 10% or something have a bank account, which is massive. It's a massive, massive difference. And mobile money allows the flexibility for micropayments because people are used to small payments. Like, I mean, the way mobile money works, that's something probably people not familiar with mobile money are interested in, is a mobile operator, a telecommunications company, basically opens up a trust account for you at a bank, and then they give you a wallet on your phone where you can just like exchange cash with one of their agents and put it on that mobile wallet. And from that mobile wallet you make your transactions. So this is basically how mobile money works. And every mobile operator has their own mobile money currency basically. So you need to make sure as a platform, we had to make sure that we are interoperable for all these like different mobile money vendors. So every different telco user can still use our platform. Go.
Hi everyone, my name is Sandra from Eebo World. Well, there is no such pain as that of facing the internet cost. It's super expensive streaming live, yet I love watching videos, I love watching movies, but it becomes super expensive for me. Well, Eebo World is here to help you out on that. You can simply sign up to eeboworld.com to be notified on when the launch will be on. Thank you.
Since we've changed our model a bit with Corona, we allow also people from worldwide to purchase the content that we offer from our artists worldwide. We are integrated with PayPal, Visa, Maestro, Google Pay, Apple Pay, and the way our payment system works is because most of these services, they have a minimum transaction that you need to make, and sometimes the value of a digital good on our platform might be lower than that. So what we are doing is we are allowing people to just top up their account and then make in-app purchases to the different videos. So our target content creators are right now everyone who has a crowd on social media. Because like it's actually an interesting proposition. We want to have these content creators be able to monetize their fan base directly and gain a higher value for their work. I mean, the industry is structured with iTunes, with YouTube, Spotify, all of which they pay a very, very, very low amount for each view. So if you get somebody to pay you just 5 cents, it's a lot more than what you would get from these platforms. Or even, I don't know, 10 cents, 5 cents, 2 cents, all of these amounts, they can accumulate. So what we want to do is we want to help the artists accumulate those. So we're gonna try to figure out on how we can get the most exclusive, hottest content to the platform now and create value for the creators. And then later on, when Corona restrictions go down, we keep on like setting up Wi-Fi hotspots to also make sure that value distribution stays and reaches a lot more people that cannot afford the internet cost.
Actually, I'm launching the application and people are complying and people are responding very well. The response is nice. The only thing we have faced today, we have a small challenge of the box not working, but everything is good. My team is working very well with me. I'm here with this one. I have Orient and I'm Godfrey. We are here trying to bring to the world something new they've never seen, especially Ugandans. We are giving you Eebo at a very cheap, we are giving you videos at a very cheap price, and I hope you like it.
We will. Please keep signing up.
We have we're working in Uganda is quite interesting for me as a foreigner. I came here, I didn't have that many people and that many connections, but you have to build your network very fast because everything travels around fast. People know about you. You have to be sure that you work with the right people, that you collaborate, and that you also know what's going on. Because of course there's competition on one hand, and on the other hand you also need to take care of things like regulatory problems. Like you need to make sure you have the right licenses, you need to make sure you have all of these things in place, which are challenges on their own, but they're very interesting to solve. But the good thing is about Uganda is like you can easily set up a company here. Much easier than in many other countries. It just takes 3 days. Yeah, so that part is quite easy.
Hey, my name is Isaac and I'm at Alexandros. This is our first Eebo location, and you can pass by here and download our movies and every video content here for free without using internet. All you have to do is to log into our Wi-Fi, that's EeboNet right there, and then you can access all the videos right here without using internet, and it's actually really free. All you have to do is top up money and people download.
We hope to become the biggest video-on-demand platform in all of the English-speaking African countries. So for us starting here, we have a quite high ambition that we are going to try to figure out on how to solve. So this is my video log from Kampala. We have deployed the boxes in time of Corona after months of development, and now, given the circumstances, we're trying to create awareness, we're trying to get the first customers, and we're trying to push more boxes out. We learned that we need to spend a lot of time, of course, on site, but also that it's very important that the location owner knows very well how the box works, because people they really adopt a lot faster if they get it explained by a person than just by the signs that we've put up everywhere. But I mean, that's good for this week. We are looking a lot forward to deploying more boxes next week in a variety of locations, so we can also get an idea, okay, how does it work in a grocery store, how does it work in a restaurant, how does it work just on a street corner with a mobile money vendor, until the lockdown is getting stopped. Then we will also see on how we can place it at universities again.